Good morning students, welcome back in part 2. Same topic, rural livelihood for class 6th. What is the topic name over here student? On being in debt. As you have read above, very often farmers like Shaker need to borrow money to purchase basic things like seed, fertilizer and pesticides. Often they borrow this money from money lender. Means to purchase the things like seeds, fertilizer or pesticides, what they have to do? They have to borrow the money from the money lenders. As we understood in the story of Shaker, that he borrowed the money from a trader. If the seeds are not of good quality or pests attack their crop, there can be a major crop failure. But what happened if the seeds are not of good quality or even pest? What happened? They will attack to the crops and there can be a major crop failure. The crops can also be ruined if the monsoon does not bring enough rain. And if there is no rain, the crops will not come in a proper manner, or there is no production of a crops. When this happens, farmers sometimes are unable to pay back their loans, and for the family to survive they may even have to borrow more money. Means there are 2 or 3 conditions is given in the paragraph. If the seeds or pests are not good, or if monsoon is not proper, then what happened? The crop production will not much more. And in this manner, what happened? They are unable to pay back the loans to the money lenders. And for the family to survive, they may even have to borrow more money. Soon the loan becomes so large that no matter what they earn, they are unable to repay. And in this condition, what happens when they don't have much money with them to do the work or to fulfill the needs of the family? They have to borrow the money to the money lenders. And in this condition, the borrow amount becomes more and more. And what happened? They are unable to repay it. That is called debt. This is when we can say they are caught in debt. In recent years, this has become a major cause of distress among farmers. In some areas, this has also resulted in many farmers, and what they committed? They committed suicide, because they are unable to pay the borrowing amount to the money lenders, because there is no money to repay it, and because of that they commit suicide in that areas, in the rural areas, because farmers don't have enough money to pay back to it. That is called the topic of or being in debt. Next topic is here, Ramalingam and Karuthama. In addition to land, Ramalingam's family owns a rice mill and a shop selling seeds, pesticides, etc. Now again, we are going to learn the story of a Ramalingam and his wife. Now he having 20 acres of land with his own, and even a own rice mill and plus shop also. From that shop they sell seeds and pesticides. Now for the rice mill they use some of their own money and also borrowed from the government bank. Now whatever they are having a rice mill, for that they use some of their own money, but for another things they borrowed the money from the government bank. They buy paddy from within the village and from surrounding villages. What they buy? Paddy from within the village, and from surrounding village, means from the village and from outside the surrounding, what they buy? Paddy. The rice that is produced in the mill is sold to traders. Now whatever they produce, all the rice in the mill, that all they have to sold to traders in nearby town, and this gives them a substantial income. Means after selling the rice to the traders, what they get? Substantial income. That is the part of Ramalingams and Karutha Thama. The next part is agricultural laborers and farmers in India. In Kalpattu village, there are agricultural laborers like Tulsi and many small farmers like Shekhar and a few big farmers like Ramalingam. In the previous topic, we learned about 3 types of people. 1, a agricultural laborer, Tulsi, Shekhar, who is having his own small plot of land, and the third, Ramalingams, new as a big farmer. In India, nearly 2 out of every 5 rural families are agricultural labor families. How much? 2 out of every 5 are called rural families or agricultural laboral families. All of them depend on the work they do on others people's field. Means they all are depend on the work, whatever they do on others people's field, only to earn the livings. Many of them are landless and others may own very small plots of land. Many of them are landless, means they don't have their own land, and those are having land, they have to do the work of farm on a small plot of land. In the case of small farmers like Shekhar, their land is barely enough to meet their needs. In India, 80% of farmers belong to this group. Only 20% of India's farmers are like Ramalingams. How much are having their small plots of land and that is not enough to them? How much they are? 80%. And big farmers like Ramalingams are 20%. These large farmers cultivate most of the land in the villages, and those are having a big lands like big farmers. They all cultivate most of the land in the villages. How? Ramalingams work in the village. A large part of their produce is sold in the market, and from that only whatever they do, the farm work like paddy crops, they all produce, they have to sold in the market. Many of them have started other businesses such as shops, money lending, trading, small factories, etc. Some are busy with their own land by selling out all the produce to the market. Some are having shops, means they do their business. Some are money lenders, some are traders, and some have their own small factories. We have looked at farming in Kalpattu. This all you have already seen in the Kalpattu village. Apart from farming, many people in rural areas depend upon collection from the forest, animal husbandry, dairy produce, fishing, etc. Means some people of the rural areas, they are totally depend on forest for the collection of firewood. Some are depend on animal husbandry for daily produce. Some are depend on fishing. These all are the examples in some villages in central India. These are the example of some villages in central India. Means both farming and collection from the forest are important sources of livelihood. Underline this, student. Means in this every manner, what is important? The source of livelihood. In both manner, farming or the work of a collection from the forest. Collecting mahua, tendu leaves, honey to be sold to the traders is an important source of additional income. Means in that manner they have the source of income. Which income? Additional income. They all things that whatever they collect from the forest like mahua, tendu leaves, honey, that all to be sold to the traders, and in that manner they are also a source of additional income. Similarly, selling milk to the village cooperative society or taking milk to the nearby town may be the main source of livelihood for some families. Instead of this, what they are doing? They are selling milk to the village cooperative society or taking milk to the nearby town areas. That also be a part of main source of additional income to earn their livelihoods for the sum of families. Then in the coastal areas we find fishing villages. Which type of people you will find in the coastal areas? Fishing villages. Let us find out more about the lives of a fishing family by reading about Aruna and Parivelan, who live in Pudupet, a village which is close to a Kalpattu. Now we are going to check out a fishing village people or some of the families. From them we are going to read about Aruna and Parivelam, who live in Pudupet, which is a very close village to the Kalpattu. So what is the name? Aruna and Parivelan. Not very far from Kalpattu is the village of Pudupet. It is near the Kalpattu. People here earn their living by fishing. Now how they are learning their livelihoods? On fishing. Their houses are close to the sea, and one finds rows of catamarans and nets lying around. At about 7 o'clock in the morning, there is a lot of activity on the beach. Students, do you see the beaches and all? Yes. What you will find over there? You will find the people, fishers. Those do the fishing work. And near about 7 o'clock in the morning, there is lot of activity on the beach to catch the fish. This is the time when the catamarans returns with their catch and women gather to buy and sell fish. Means early morning only they start their fishing work on the beaches. They collect the fish, they catch the fish, and then the women they all sell the fish to the market. Now, my husband Parivelan, Aruna is saying about her husband. My brother and my brother-in-law returned late today. I was very worried. They go to the sea together in a catamaran. They said they were caught in a storm. I have kept aside some fish for the family. I will auction the rest. Means here the husband is there, the brother is there, even brother-in-law is there who come late. And because of that situation, Aruna was very worried. She kept some fishes for the family. And rest will she going to sell afterwards. The money I get from the auction means sale, underline this word, sale, selling of fish. The money I get from the auction will be divided into 4 shares. Whatever she sell out in the market, that amount is divided into 4 shares. 1 each for each person. How? 1 each for each person who went fishing, and the 4th one is for the equipment. Those are going for fishing for them, and the 4th part is for the equipment. Means whatever they need to catch the fish, that is called equipment. As you know, the net is very important. Since we own the catamaran engine and nets, we get that share too. Means fourth part is for the equipment. What equipment they are? Engine and nets. We have taken a loan from a bank and purchased an engine which is fixed onto the catamaran. Now they can go far into the sea so that they can get a better catch. Means the fourth part is for the equipment, and for that they had taken a loan from a bank and purchased an engine which is fixed onto the catamaran. Now they can go far into the sea with the help of an engine and net, and so that they can get a better catch. Means they can get a better part of fish, and it is easily also to catch it. The women who buy fish here will carry them in baskets to be sold in nearby villages. You may have seen also, student, that some ladies, some women, they carry a basket and they sell the fishes in the nearby areas or nearby villages. Then there are other like traders who buy for the shops in the town, and some are other traders who buy for their shops which they have in the town. I will only finish this auction by noon. By noon only she complete the whole auction. In the evening, my husband and our relatives will untangle and repair our nets. Early tomorrow morning around 2 a.m. they will set out to sea again. Early morning again around 2 a.m. they will set out to the sea again. Every year for at least about 4 months during the monsoon they cannot go to the sea, because this is when the fish breed. Means 8 months they have to do all this regular activity. But for 4 months during the monsoon season they are not able to go to the sea, because that time fish breed. During this month we survive by borrowing from the traders. Means how they run their families? They has to borrow the money from the money lenders or the traders. Because of this, later on we are forced to sell the fish to that trader and cannot do our auction. Means that time what they have to do? They are not do their auction sale, and they have to carry the money, borrow the money from the traders. Those lean months are the most difficult, and that 4 months are very difficult for the fishing families. Last year we suffered a lot because of the tsunami, and last year these families, those are fully depend on fishing, they suffer a lot because of tsunami. So this is the story of Aruna and Perry Whelan. Now we are going to check out the last part of the topic, that is the name of our lesson, rural livelihoods. People in rural areas earn their living in various ways. Yes or no, students? Yes. We already checked out with the different stories. Some work on farms, with other earns their living on non-farm activities. Means some work on the farm and some are do the non-farm activities. Working on farm involves operations such as preparing the land, sowing, weeding and harvesting of crop. These all are the activities of farming and the work which they have to perform on farm. We depend on nature for the growth of these crops. Means they are totally depend on nature for the growth of the crops. Hence, life revolves around certain season. People are busy during sowing and harvesting and less so at other time. When the time of sowing is there, harvesting is there, the people are busy. But when there is no work, that time they do the other work. Rural people in different region of the country grow different crops. Now you have understood that the rural peoples in different region, now region wise we understood our India, in India we have different regions of the country, and in that manner the different type of crops are grown. However, we do find similarities in their life situation. But in that, what you are going to find out? The similarities of their life situation and in the problems that they face. Now, in this story of Kalpattu village, we have seen different story and different region. Yes or no? The similarity of the life condition, life situation is same, and what problems they face, that also we already seen in the lesson. How people are able to survive or earn will depend upon the land that they cultivate. Means how people are able to survive or earn will totally depend on the land that they cultivate, and many depend on this land for work as laborer. Some are depend on the work as a laborers. And most farmers grow crops both for their own requirements and also to sell in the market, like shaker. Yes or not? You remember or not, student? Yes. Most of farmers grow crops both for their own requirements and also to sell in the market, and even Ramalingam also. And some like Tulsi or Raman, they worked on the Ramalingam's farm because they don't have their own land. Shekhar, who is having his own land, so he work on his own land also, and after that for additional amount he has to go for another work. Ramalingam also is having his own land, rice mill, but whatever amount he took from the government bank, that what all the produce of a rice he has to sell in the market and fulfill that things. Same we have seen the coastal area region where the Aruna and Perivilan, how they are doing the fishing work, and when the 4 month of fish work is not available, that time they have to borrow the money from the traders, and in the return what they have to do, they have to sell the fish to them. Yes. So some have to sell to traders from whom they have borrowed money. For their survival, many families need to borrow money for their work or when no work is available. Means sometimes they have to borrow the money from the traders or the money lenders when they don't have any work. There are some families in rural areas which thrive on large acres of land, business and other activity. Some families in rural areas, you have seen that they have some large acres of land. Some are busy in the work of business and some doing the other activities. However, most small farmers, agricultural laborers, fishing families, craft persons in the villages do not find enough work to keep them employed throughout the year. We have seen this, yes or no, student? That some of the most small farmers, agricultural laborers like the Tulsi and Raman, fishing families like Aruna and Perivelan, craft person, those are doing the craft person work. This all who are work in the villages do not find enough work to keep them employed or work out throughout the year. So this is the story of rural livelihood. In different places, in different manner, by doing different activities, they earn for their livelihoods in rural areas. Understood, student? Okay. Thank you. So in this manner we complete our chapter 8. Thank you and have a nice day.